Ina had been working for 6 years at the same McDonald's on a busy corner in Chicago. Every day, before 6 in the morning, she was already there, hair tied back, her faded red uniform on, and a smile that refused to fade, even when the world seemed not to move. Most people saw just another cashier behind the counter. But for Anna, this place was more than a job. It was the stage of her resilience. She had left school to take care of her sick mother, and when her mother passed, McDonald's was all she had left. The constant smell of fries, the dim yellow lights, and the sound of orders echoing like a never-ending clock. Still, Anna knew every regular customer. The hurried man who always ordered black coffee and never made eye contact. The mother bringing her small child, always ordering the cheapest meal just to see him smile. And the teenage boy who counted coins to buy large fries, but almost never had enough. Ina would quietly cover the cost herself, saying it was today's special. She was a gentle soul in a world that rarely returned kindness. That night, the shift dragged on. The rain lashed against the windows, and the restaurant was nearly empty. It was 11:47 p.m. when he came in. A tall man, soaked, with deep eyes and trembling hands. He looked lost, or broken inside. He sat alone in the corner. Anna approached with her order pad, trying to maintain her usual smile. "Good evening. Can I take your order?" The man looked up, hesitant. "I don't have any money. I just wanted a hot coffee." Anna stayed silent for a few seconds. The manager had already left, and only she and the cook were cleaning the grill. Without thinking twice, she poured a large cup of coffee, made a cheeseburger, and placed everything on a tray. "Here you go." "On the house," the man hesitated, then accepted. While he ate, Anna returned to the counter, pretending to clean tables, but secretly watching him. There was something strange in his eyes, a weight beyond mere tiredness. It was despair. When he finished, he slowly stood up, adjusted his wet coat, and walked to the counter. He left a folded note on a napkin and left without a word. Anna looked out the window. He had disappeared into the darkness and rain. Curious, she opened the note. The handwriting was steady but shaky. "Thank you. I was going to give up today, but your smile saved me." She stood there for a long time, note in hand, eyes misty. She tucked it into her uniform pocket and continued cleaning tables, unaware that that night would mark the beginning of something far bigger. The next morning, the McDonald's was different. Several cars were parked outside. Suited people, cameras, flashes. Ina arrived confused, not understanding what was happening. The manager, pale, called her into the office. "Anna, do you know who the man you served last night was?" She shook her head nervously. "No, just a random customer, I guess." The manager took a deep breath. "Now that man was the CEO of McDonald's. He was visiting stores in disguise, evaluating night shifts." Anna felt her knees weaken. The note was still in her pocket, crumpled. She took it out, hands trembling. "But he looked so sad." The manager smiled, unsure what else to say. "He recently lost a family member. He said coming here without anyone knowing who he was made him feel human again. And in that moment, he needed that." Hours later, Anna received a phone call. It was from headquarters. The CEO wanted to see her personally. The next day, Anna traveled to downtown Chicago. She was led into a glass room at the top of the main building. The same man from the night before entered, now wearing a perfect suit. He smiled, a tired but genuine smile. "You didn't recognize me, and that was the best thing that could have happened. I was treated like a human being, not a boss. And in that moment, I needed it." He handed her an envelope. Inside, a letter of thanks and a job offer. Ina would be promoted to train new employees nationwide, focusing on empathy and human-centered service. She accepted, tears in her eyes. Months later, Anna no longer served orders. She traveled across the United States, teaching young people to treat each customer as someone carrying a story. Because sometimes a hot coffee and a smile can save a life. But she never told anyone what was written on the original note. She kept it in a small metal box alongside an old photo of her mother. On quiet nights, When the world seemed to spin too fast, Enna would take out the note, run her fingers over the words, and remember, no act of kindness is ever too small, because you never know the depth of pain you might ease. With just a smile,